In the plant world, the line between a delicious meal and poison is sometimes just a few steps away. This is especially true when camping near a river or in a forest. You might be looking for some wild vegetables to enrich your meal, but a lack of knowledge about nature can lead you to encounter some poisonous plants. Even exposure to small amounts can be fatal to adults in less than an hour. Today, we'll explore all the secrets of the Northern Water Hemlock, the most poisonous plant in the Northern Hemisphere. To avoid confusion, first look down at your feet. The Northern Water Spruce is an extremely water-loving plant. It grows in large mats or clumps along riverbanks, swamps, or drainage ditches. Unlike other edible wild vegetables that prefer loose, well-drained soil, this plant chooses muddy areas as its territory. The confusion isn't due to them growing together, but rather because we mistake it for wild carrots or wild celery when moving from higher ground to lower ground near swamps, streams, or ponds due to the similar shape of its flowers and stems. First, let's consider the shape of its flowers, as we can see in the northern water pine. The flowers are small, white, and grow in double umbel clusters, like an inverted umbrella, with many flower stalks of relatively uniform length. In wild carrot flowers, you can see small white flowers, sometimes with a small dark purple/red dot in the center of the cluster. These dots are easily dislodged if you accidentally bump into the plant. They grow in complex clusters, but the clusters tend to be flatter and sometimes curve inward as they age, resembling a bird's nest. At first glance, the flowers of these two plants look quite similar. Next, regarding the stem of the Northern Water Hemlock plant, we see, the stem is smooth and hairless. It is usually green but is distinguished by purple/red spots or stripes. In wild carrots, the stem is usually covered with fine hairs and is uniformly green. The stem is solid. And the leaves of the water spruce, complex leaves, leaflets oblong or lanceolate, with sharp serrations. An important point, the leaf veins terminate in the grooves, slits, between the serrations. Wild carrot, complex foliage, leaflets are usually smaller, pinnate or deeply lobed. Leaf veins terminate at the pointed tips of serrated edges. Roots/tubers. Northern Water Hemlock. Note that this is not a tuber, but a swollen, upright rhizome, underground root. When cut lengthwise, the inside reveals separate layers containing a yellow, viscous liquid with a pungent but sometimes sweet, very dangerous, odor. Fibrous roots grow around the rhizome. This yellow sap is the poison Cicutoxin. Handle with caution. Wild carrots. The roots are conical, pale white or pale orange, and solid. They have a characteristic and pleasant carrot smell. And finally, here's where the northern water pine grows. They prefer moist, muddy soil, wetlands, riverbanks, streams, ponds, swamps, and ditches. They often grow with their rhizome submerged in water or in waterlogged soil. Wild carrots. They prefer dry, well-drained soil. They commonly grow in fields, open spaces, roadsides, abandoned gardens, and dry grasslands. This is the most easily recognizable difference between the two types of carrots. Remember that they cannot coexist in the same location. Where there are northern water hemlock, there will be no wild carrots, and vice versa. What is Cicutoxin? It's an extremely potent neurotoxin. Currently, there is no antidote for this poison. A large dose isn't necessary. For adults, ingesting just 2 to 3 grams can be fatal. Many people ask, what if I just touch it? The answer is, the sap can be absorbed through the skin or stick to your hands. If it accidentally gets in your eyes or on food, the toxins will enter your body. Wash your hands and any utensils that have come into contact with the sap thoroughly with clean water, wine, or a high-alcohol disinfectant solution. Upon entering the body, Cicutoxin directly attacks the brain, disrupting inhibitory nerve signals. The result? Overactivated muscles, leading to seizures that no medication can immediately alleviate. This is followed by respiratory failure and death. If someone in your group accidentally eats it, you only have a few minutes to act before the seizure starts. Step 1. Immediately call the nearest emergency services or the emergency services in your country. Don't delay even a second. Step 2. If the victim is still conscious, stimulate the throat to induce vomiting immediately. We need the victim to vomit as much food as possible. Step 3. When the victim begins to have a seizure, absolutely do not put anything in their mouth. Place them on their side to prevent choking on vomit. And hold the victim's mouth to prevent them from biting their tongue during the seizure. Finally, take a picture of the plant with your phone or bring a sample, using gloves or a plastic bag to hold it, so that medical personnel know exactly what type of toxin they need to treat. Nature has no intention of killing us, it's simply protecting itself. Our mistake is our lack of understanding. The golden rule of wilderness dwellers is, if you're not 100% sure, never put it in your mouth. A wild meal isn't worth risking your life. Please share this video, as it could save someone's life on their next camping trip. I'm Mask T, wishing you all safe travels.